Call.
I stopped the game for an active suspected foul play. The team referral said there was no active foul play. There was use of the arms. We're going back for a scrum. Just a penalty? Scrum.
Oh, nice, Todd. I like that. Just
Correct.
a penalty. He called a penalty originally.
So the scrum with the U.S. will have the put in.
Yeah, I can see why Todd's a little confused because the referee originally called a penalty.
A huge point of this contest right here. 36, almost 37 minutes into it. You got a 40-minute half. You have the ball with the scrum 22 meters out.
Okay, outside.
Yeah, that would have been a huge penalty because this is exactly about where Sadal has nailed his first two penalty kicks, maybe a little wider on this attempt. But now here's the United States, good attacking position. If they could come away with some points here before the half, it would be pretty awesome.
You see underneath the score, New Zealand playing with 14 men to the U.S. 15.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Here we go. No. Cam Dolan.
Hinging.
You don't want to do that. I mean, you got Sadal. He's already nailed two. Full arm penalty on the 15-meter line. You got to get Sadal one more shot, get a 9-7 lead. That would be unbelievable here for the United States if they can do it.
A little tougher angle than the ones before, but not that much further out.
No, I think he's going to slot it. You know, one thing the United States has this time around, which they didn't really have in years past, was a depth chart of kickers. They got some outstanding kickers on this team now. And Adam Sadal so far 2 for 2.
Yes.
Under 2 minutes to go in the first half on the big clock. And Sadal tries to give the United States its first advantage.
They're okay.
Bingo.
Yes, nicely done. Adam Sadal, great job. United States Eagle forward pack. That was a great 3 minutes of play where they just dominated possession inside that 22. They got a man up, yeah, but that's what you got to do when you got a man advantage. You got to take advantage of it.
On the restart, West. Let's see how the last 2 minutes go for the Maori All Blacks. Can the U.S. maintain possession?
I like the way Tai Tuisamoa has been playing this first 40 minutes of play. They need him as a battering ram, and that's exactly what he's been used as. He hasn't dropped any ball, gotten the ball back every time.
He's answered the call. The box kick by Petrie. Luke Hume flying down but late. The hit put on Thompson.
Man, those kicks have to be a little shorter. I mean, you're sending Hume down there to contest, and the kicks are just a little deep where he's not contesting.
You outkick the coverage.
Yep. You got to make the tackles here.
Kurt Baker.
Nice job, Seamus Kelly. Beautiful.
Give some credit to the Cal man and Tim Moppet.
Oh, this is some adventure play here.
Sadal again.
You got to get it back.
Lestrange. Andrew Siniola. Luke Hume. Off the foot. Can he get it himself? On the far side.
Well, that's going to work out all right. It's going to be a U.S. throw-in as we're just about 5 seconds away from 40. See if we got time for one more line out.
We've hit the 40-minute mark. Doesn't necessarily mean that's
2 from each side.
All the time.
2 from each side.
Referee keeping a watch on this one.
2 from each side.
We'll get one more throw-in at least.
Having a conversation with Chris Asmus. The United States on a line out. They got to come together.
Inside.
This might be the last whistle here, Bill. Want to try to get him away with something.
Teal, was it straight? It is. Okay. To the center of the field.
If you asked me, I would have said no.
Andrew Siniola. I'm looking right down the barrel, and that one looked askew, but it's all Chris Asmus thinks.
That looked good.
Some nice steps by Sadal. He's having himself a first half with foot and leg. The U.S.
Oh, I thought Clever had that ball going through.
I went for it.
You got to get with him. You got to get with him, somebody.
Taken down. Does he have somebody to support?
Good pickup again. Is that Harriman again?
Yes.
Guy, that's 4 or 5 quick snap-ups. Excellent play. But if you can work a penalty down here too, that would be fantastic. Keep rolling Maul.
Would you be okay with that, Brian?
I would love that.
Use it!
If they can just weasel away towards the post a little bit more.
Sean Pittman to Cam Dolan.
2!
A 9-7 U.S. lead. This.
Yeah, I think the U.S. might have got away with one there. Looked like
they keep forward. The big boys. The forwards are rolling. Petrie spins it to Lestrange. Off a dummy, Sadal.
6!
If they scored a try before the half here, I mean, this place would just go absolutely bonkers.
Clever got the call coming at an angle.
It's fine.
What? Oh my goodness, he went straight through.
8!
Oh, that was a huge play, huge turnover for the All Blacks.
Turnover there. We'll see if they just kick to touch. They do. Should have a whistle at the end of the first half, but a very good one for the United States.
Half time.
And it is. Man, if you're Mike Tolkien, you got to feel good going to the locker room. That's the end of the first half. 9-7 USA. We'll come back to Philadelphia for halftime after these messages on Fox. Welcome back to Philadelphia. Halftime here with a 9-7 USA Eagles advantage over the Maori All Blacks. And our halftime brought to you by WorldRugbyShop.com, powered by Passion. The first half highlights, and you know what? There were some for the United States. It started out with a Gibson Park try about 5 minutes in, Brian.
Yeah,
7-0 lead.
He just saw a little seam out wide, but Adam Sadal was outstanding with the boot in that first half. First one, first two, and then a third penalty kick to give the United States. Here's just Cam Dolan interception. Great anticipation by Dolan. I thought he had the pace. He was looking over his right, all of a sudden off his left. Here comes Kurt Baker, cuts him down about 3 meters short. The Kiwis got a penalty off that. And here's the United States. Here comes the yellow card. There's Redmond man up. United States, excellent first half of rugby, 9-7. And there's the final penalty kick by Adam Sadal. He was 3 for 3 in the first half, just about all in the same position, Bill. And again, in years past, the United States missed those in the past, but now, you know, Adam Sadal, again, they got some kicking. Outstanding effort by the Eagles in the first 40.
A nice thing for the U.S. and their fans. They got to be encouraged that most of the second half of that first half was down in that end where they were on the attack, and the New Zealand Maori All Blacks had to really put up some pushback.
Yes, and you know, I'm not the only one, but we've seen a lot of Eagle games where it's been a 60-minute effort. They need an 80-minute effort here. They need to do it against this Maori All Black side.
USA up 9-7 at the intermission. Back to talk with some folks and look at some more things from Philadelphia on Fox. halftime in Philadelphia with the USA Eagles holding a 2-point advantage on the Maori All Blacks in this international rugby showdown. Megan Mutri, a chance to chat with the All Blacks on their visit to North America.
So little old New Zealand, did you ever imagine that rugby would bring you to Philadelphia?
No, we didn't actually. I mean, it was a bit of a shock. It was this last thing, the place in the world I probably would have thought we'd have ended up playing, but coming over this side of the world where rugby's not as popular, it's cool to show these guys what we can do.
And how have Americans accepted the Maori culture?
Oh, they've been great. I mean, right from when we arrived in America, we went out to a university and there was a team that greeted us there, Baltimore, and they did a haka for us and we hakaed back. And there's been a real buzz about town. People have been stopped. Once again, we didn't expect that sort of reception, so it's been really great.
And lastly, do you think that this North American tour stop for the Maori should become an annual thing?
Oh, I'd love it. The guys have had a great time here. We've had a wee bit of downtime. We got to see a few of the sites, but also it seems that people are enjoying it. I think it sold out pretty quick, and I'd love to.
Megan talking with the Kiwi captain, Tim Bateman. I like the line. They haka us and we haka back. The first half, the U.S. has been able to haka back a bit. They got a 2-point lead. Back with the second half, right here on Fox.
ERSCH.
Okay, where are you?
International Rugby on Fox, and at the half in Philadelphia, the Eagles with a 9-7 advantage on the Maori All Blacks. We head down to Megan Mutri and a special guest.
My special guest is the COO of Rugby USA, John Persh. John, as a former player, you've come up through the system. Did you ever picture rugby in Philadelphia in front of a sold-out crowd like this?
I think that's what we were hoping for. I think this is a great opportunity to showcase rugby in the United States. The boys are playing fantastic. It's a sold-out crowd. It's amazing to hear the anthem sung by a sold-out crowd at 20,000 plus. See the boys play the way they are, so I think it's fantastic. It's come a long, long way. We have some ways to go, but it's a fantastic opportunity here.
Let's talk about the game itself, the hard hits, the line breaks. I did not expect the USA, I don't think anyone honestly did, expect them to be up right now.
Well, I think the boys had a really good camp this week. They started to put things together early on. We had an opportunity to come out early, come out fast. I think that the Maori thought that it might be a little bit of an easier cakewalk than it has been. The boys are playing hard. They're keeping the ball in play. Great possession. They're taking the chances when they have them, and I think they're making the most out of it.
You're very calm and well-spoken right now. Normally you've been all up and down the sidelines. I'm impressed. Back to you, Bill and Brian.
Well, John is joining a lot of folks. Sold-out crowd here watching the Eagles with the lead at the intermission. And by the way, special thanks to Augusto Media and allblacks.com for the footage on the earlier piece here at the half. Take a look, Brian, at some of the stats for half number one.
Well, pretty even on the penalties conceded, and again, there you see the difference. The penalties kicked 3 against none. You know, the United States, when they're kicking their penalties, they've been doing it away from the post, so that's a good thing.
I know we don't have a stat for it, but the U.S., the ability to hold on in the scrum. I mean, really, maybe they lost some, but guess what? They played pretty darn even.
Well, I think all the areas of play, the tackling has been outstanding for the United States. The ball handling, we saw this summer. I mean, they were dropping passes that were thrown right in their hands. Here they're making pickups, snap pickups. I mean, it's been pretty much flawless for the United States. This is the best 40 minutes of rugby I've seen by a U.S. team in a long, long time.
If you're Mike Tolkien, what do you say in the locker room there?
You can't give up. These guys are going to come out hard, this Maori All Black team. You got to remember to soak it up. Patience, patience, patience. Make your tackles. Do the same things you're doing in the first half.
Conversely, you got Coach Colin Cooper on the other side. I mean,
you got to put a fire in these guys. You got to turn it on. You guys got to attack. Keep going wide. I think the support's going to be there. You just got to hope you're going to make a break through a U.S. tackle, and there's the support. Look at Nick Wallace. He's a happy man. He's played outstanding. This whole forward pack for the United States, well done today in the first 40.
I'll tell you, Tai Tuisamoa, have not seen much of him, and he's a veteran. He's been around a while, and he's back with the Eagles, and he certainly made an impression.
Well, you know, he only started playing the game about 5 years ago. He was a basketball player, and here you're going to see some big, brutal hits. Again, both teams really laying the lumber today. There you see Petrie, nice tackle there, good solid work. He did well there. And here you see the United States player going in, and the Kiwis are so quick to the breakdown. There's Luke Kuhn. That was a good run by Luke right there. Get back up on his feet, nice presentation, and that's what you need again. Excellent. And Ben Afayake, remember early on, he put out about 3 big hits, and then Adam Sadal, a nice way to finish that half.
All right, we're ready to go for the second half. The U.S. with a 9-7 lead, and still just 14 out on the pitch as I'm counting them up. 14 with the penalty still being served.
Yeah, I think Joe Wheeler's down here all bundled up in a black tracksuit. He must have about a minute or 2 left.
And the second half kick, Adam Sadal. Up high, U.S. will it contest? Dolan's got it.
Look at that.
Dolan. Immediately presented to Petrie. Mike Petrie spins it. Lestrange flat the side there for the U.S. Lestrange. Almost through a gap. Nick Wallace, an impressive first half by the St. Mary's product. Tuisamoa runs into Jared Oyata. Off the foot, that's charged.
We got a man hurt too.
Need to make a tackle here, the U.S. does. Now, need to reorganize defensively. Can they do it fast enough? Off the hands of Robbie Robinson, the fullback. Just rolls it to his teammate behind him. And Matt Proctor, the wing.
Uh-oh, there's an opening out here.
With a man down, they kick to the corner. Baker's going to run. Does Sadal see him? He does, and kicks to touch. Megan, what's going on down there?
I've talked to both sides about what was said in the locker rooms, and the U.S. had to build on the small things, have a fast start, and keep things going, keep the momentum up. I asked the Kiwis what was said in the locker room if they'd been yelled at, and the guy said no, but he nodded yes.
How do you do that?
Thank you.
I couldn't do that. We got 2 U.S. players down. It looks like Teal is a little slow getting up, and I think Toby Lestrange is in some serious hurt.
Yeah.
I'm not sure when he kicked that ball if he stubbed his toe or what, if he might have connected with one of the Kiwi players, but he looks in bad shape. And you got Nick Wallace on the floor too. 3 Eagle players down early here in the second half.
Substitution coming in, at least for New Zealand. Luke Katene, 6'7", 246, the accounting major from Canterbury. You're looking at Nick Wallace of the United States.
I think he came straight in for Wheeler because it looks like
we're going
Oeda's still out on the field.
We'll go time on.
Is that a full contingent? No, let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yep, New Zealand back at full strength.
So Wheeler out, Katene in. Megan.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to say Joe Wheeler went right off, and he came right in instead.
My apologies. I have no social skills.
It was like a line change in hockey right there. Okay, here's your time for the United States to really show some defense. They got to buckle up here.
Maori All Blacks not
and that's how you do it.
Dolan.
You send Dolan up high for a steal 10 meters out.
He is impressive. Skyscraping there. Looks like Clever has it smuggled inside.
Gotta get that ball back though. If he says use it, you gotta get that ball down.
He goes down. Now can they get it out of there?
Looks like it's coming back to Maori All Black way. Dang. The Maori All Blacks still in a really good attacking position here.
Unplayable the more.
Let's see if we can see Cam Dolan sky, and oh yeah, look at that, beautiful.
Wow.
Not even close.
Over
good lift.
Jared Oyata.
Yeah.
Looked like a pretty good throw too, but
it might have been a little short because I think that was going to Oyata, and Cam Dolan just skyrocketed. Okay, time for another big scrum. You were impressed with the scrums in the first half, Bill. Let's see if they can keep it up here in the second.
Wallace, Teal, and Pittman, Haynes, Dixon, and Afiaki in the black shirts.
Crouch.
There's not much of a weak side, but they got to be tuned there. Kurt Baker right on the line.
Yes, 9.
Gibson Park rolls it in.
Boy, there's a big gap between that scrum and the fly half.
West.
And he saw it too, Robbie Robinson.
Well done.
Nope.
By the captain. So Tim Bateman, the skipper, all 80 minutes against Canada, and some important ones here.
Well, they just went on that big inside groove that we were talking about in between the scrum and the fly half. They created that big gap, and Bateman saw it too, so did West. Here's the cut back, and he was able to outdistance and outpace the cover defense by the forwards.
Yeah, normally I say right down Broadway, but we're in Philadelphia, so right down Broad Street goes Bateman. A 12-9 lead, and trying to add to that advantage will be West if he can get it on the tee. Not exactly high technology tee there, Brian. Those cups, those half cone cups. And quickly, Robinson kicking it through.
And now here's a big moment, Bill. The United States has to respond. As I said earlier, we've seen a lot of great efforts by U.S. teams in the past. 40-minute efforts, 60-minute efforts. They need to put an 80-minute here.
Megan joining us from the pitch.
Both tries by the Maori have been great individual efforts. Simple plays, simple lines, but it's been the little step, little bit of flair that's brought them across the line.
United States would love to cross that try line. Need to get the ball first on the restart. Siddall up high. Nice job by Cam Dolan going up with Katene, taking that one away with a swat.
Good control there by Dolan. There it is.
Tui Simone.
Oh, it's that Braid right there again. Boy, Luke Braid was so quick to get to that ball, but well done by the United States.
Does a great job putting you down and keeping his feet on the ground. Supporting his body. Clever pushing forward. Keeping it to the big kids.
17 moves.
Near side. Nick Wallace. 2. See if the U.S. can stretch it out a little bit. Head forward. Harriman. Side Cam Dolan and whistle.
A little obstruction there. I thought he missed it. I think it was a legitimate call by the referee. He might have got a little help from the side judge or the assistant referee on the side, but oh, that was oh so close.
Yeah. After I call it.
Let's see if we can take a look at it here.
See if somebody's blocking for somebody.
That's Michael. I thought he was going to make a tackle. That's why I waited.
Yeah, yeah. Seamus Kelly, just a little bit obstruction there. You saw Cam Dolan. He wanted another shot at it.
Not Kelly's fault. He's just slightly forward of Dolan, and then the ball comes to Dolan.
Take the ball, please.
Couple of Kiwis down on the turf, but booting to touch, Ohio West. Megan, who's down there?
That's Blade Thompson, who's down getting medical attention right now. He's writhing around. He's up now.
Wait, another one went down.
Getting stretched out.
Looks like it might be a shoulder for Blade Thompson. He played really well against the Canadians.
Okay, time off.
Elliot Dixon might have to come in here. There's Thompson bouncing up. When I sent it down to Megan, there were, what, 2 down, and then there were 4 down.
No, Megan, it's not your fault.
Still working on a couple of them.
Right, fella. Right, let's go.
So time is out. 47-minute mark. Ben Afiaki's back up because they told him he could go hit somebody.
Let's go, Lex.
So he hopped 2.
Looks like Mosatelli's in the lineup for the United States, number 17.
And an interesting story is Titi Lamasatelli. 6 foot, 260, just 18 years of age. He's wearing the 17 jersey for the United States. On a knee right there is Toby Lestrange, and now back up. Ready for a line out. The Kiwis with the throw-in. This time grabbed by Thompson. Back to the middle of the field. And a nice bring down by the U.S. Clever coming through the ball. Taken now by Chris Eames, who's into the contest. Wearing number 17.
Oh, nice hit. Nick Wallace.
Ball carrier and not a bad tackler. Afiaki against Luke Hume. There's a mismatch if you got one. Back to the 22, and that's
a steal by the United States.
Ball over to the U.S. A knock on it, so
I like that. I like the backs coming in, congratulating the forwards. They know they're putting in a lot of hard work. They got to continue to do that. Let's see the hit here. There's a nice big hit by Nick Wallace. He has been playing on outstanding ball on both sides of it.
It's wide open for it.
Zach Pangilinian.
Number 6.
Pangilinian in. Born in Guam. 5'9", $185. You got some reference on him, the on-back player.
We'll get a sub for you.
Megan.
Yeah, I think Megan's got something though.
Just quickly, it looks like Toby Lestrange was subbed off because of an injury.
Yeah, so I think he hurt his foot early on that first kick after the half started in the second half, and Zach Pangilinian comes in. Very, very talented player. Seen him play at on-back. He plays with Tiger Rugby in the 7s. Has had some looks with the USA 7s. but a very, very good player. They like his skills. He's got all sorts, and looks like Todd Clever's got a little bit of a head wound. He's going to come out for a little blood bin. And who's going to come in? Looks like Kyle Sumption's coming in from BYU. He was an outstanding collegiate player. And what a moment here. Coming on in against the Maori All Blacks. A big scrum. Peter Dahl shifts to 8. They got to get this ball back.
So now the line is the front row. Wallace, Teal, Lamasatelli for the United States. Going to get a test here. Just outside the 22.
Bind.
Yeah, we need a big scrum here. Good solid platform. Get it out, get it out, get it out, get it out. Nice.
Get it out before it caves in on you. The bounce. Pangilinan, Zach, left-footed. Not a lot of territory. Up for grabs, however. Taken by the U.S.
Said it went backwards. Good call. Stay in. Stay in. Oh, Nelly.
Outside.
To the far side into touch. We're going to have a line out there. Megan with an injury update.
Toby Lestrange just getting help taking his left boot off his foot, and while that was happening, Todd Clever came off the field for a blood sub, so he's getting taped up and he'll be back on soon.
I think that's the biggest bandage on a head wound I've ever seen.
It's a full wrap, but on the far side, the line out. Dixon off the mark, but taken by Gibson Park. New Zealand Maori All Blacks with a 14-9 lead, almost 50 minutes into an 80-minute contest.
There's a U.S. player who's out. He's out. Can't see who that is. That might be Sumption, who just came into the game.
Back inside is the captain trying to find somebody. The U.S. comes up with it the other way.
Scrum advantage.
And into touch it goes.
Advantage is over.
Well, this should work out. That is Sumption. He's going to have to leave the game. I think he got knocked out on that hit. It was a big, powerful fend by the Maori. Boom, oh, just a shoulder. Yeah, that was Blade Thompson went in with a shoulder. I think it was Sumption that came up quick.
And Kyle trying to make the tackle there. Give him an A for effort.
Yeah. Well, let's hope he's all right.
You got a 240-pound body in Sumption.
And he was
running
coming
into
in hard.
Another 238-pound body in Thompson.
Yeah, he was coming in hard. But he came in for the blood bin,
it's nice
the blood wound of Clever. And Clever looks like he's going to take the field in number 25 now. I think there's...
If you can hear the concussive force emitted by that collision, but I'm guessing Kyle did.
Yeah, he looks a little glassy-eyed, and looks like Clever's going to take the field in 25. Too much blood on that number 8 jersey, but he's coming back in. Sumption will come out.
So Todd Clever back into the contest for the United States.
And it's good to see Sumption running off the field. That's nice.
The night done for Kyle.
Thank you.
Well intended, good effort. And a line out here on the near side once again.
That's been all Maori All Blacks here in the second half. This whole 10 minutes has been played in the United States, and they need a morale booster. They need to get down in this New Zealand end.
Crowd to join in if they do. If they can spark it, they'll be the dynamite.
Yep.
Time on.
Dixon with the throw in.
Oh.
And right through the middle.
Uh-oh.
Some black lightning. Luke Braid had a nice run there, and then to the outside. If Baker can get it.
Forward.
Matt Proctor, the whistle, and forward pass, the call.
Well, that was a nice desperate tackle by the Eagles. I'm not sure who made that great tackle out on the wing, but it was a desperate tackle. It was a 3-on-1, 3-on-2 possibility. Great offload by Proctor there. Great support by Luke Braid. He's been very effective tonight. And watch this tackle. Let's see who it is. Going out wide, there's the tackle on Robbie Robinson. Is that Seamus Kelly? Yes, Seamus Kelly saved that drive, forced that forward pass. So excellent job by Seamus Kelly.
Three-time All-American at Cal, Seamus Kelly.
I saw his parents. They're at the game tonight.
Yeah, probably the drive, if they're still his hometown, Queens, New York. I'm guessing, what, about 90 minutes or so to make it down here?
I think it was. But very excited to see Seamus play today.
Ear to ear. We're too far. The mark is here.
Again, the Eagles spent all the first 11 minutes camped inside their own 22. They need to break out, maybe a long kick, hope for a bounce.
17, Chris Eaves into the contest for New Zealand, taking place of Kane Hames here on the near side.
Yes, 9.
At the prop.
Oh, look at that better scrum by the Maori All Black there. I think the Eagles did well to get that back.
Wow. They did. To boot.
Not much on that. Not much on that kick. A lot of pressure inside the 22. It's basically turnover ball.
A lot of rows up, but not far down on the turf. Megan.
Right here for you.
Robbie Robinson and Charlie Ngatai last game were the biggest ball carriers in terms of yards. And tonight they've been fairly quiet, so I think that's been the Eagles neutralizing that, realizing that.
Megan makes a good point. We didn't even mention Charlie Ngatai's name the whole game.
Coming around though is Kurt Baker. Baker spins through a couple men. Does he get it off? He does.
Great again.
5 meters out. The Kiwis knocking on the door. The U.S. gonna get across. Rook over.
7.
3 on 2.
Yeah, Christie, right side. Bateman looking for his second.
Well, that nice defense by Cam Dolan. Tied up the ball carrier's arms. Couldn't get that pass off.
The U.S. reorganizes toward the center of the field, however, now the ball and inside 5 meters. Got numbers to the left. Can they get him? Spun quickly to Robinson. Got a man outside, but a pile. Can they drive it across? Big push
13.
by the guys in black. Nice takedown by Dahl.
Get closer.
Need it.
Nice kill.
Well done on West. Need to be desperate, the United States. Robinson. Dahl once again there.
Dahl.
He keep his feet.
He kept his feet and his hands on the ball. Excellent turnover by Peter Dahl. Pretty impressive play by Luke Hume, too, on a couple of occasions. Just came flying into that Maori All Black back line. Really created a lot of havoc.
There is Luke at 5'9", 190 is listed. Sadal kicking near side to touch.
Not too bad. Picked up a few meters. You got to be safe in that situation. You got to get into touch. It's still going to be a U.S. throw. Cam Dolan's been outstanding in the line. Harriman's been very, very good today.
Coming up on 55 minutes of 80 in the U.S. Down 5. Phil Teal sets it up, lets it go. Taken by the U.S. Well done. The get by Tui Samoa.
Well, the Maori All Blacks were up very quick, almost offside, I thought. That was
taken back.
Contest, Luke. Come on. Somebody's got him.
The grab made by Proctor.
7.
Almost off the turf, but well done by Ash Dixon to keep the oval alive. West to Christie. 13 breaking there at the top.
Bateman.
Inside is Bateman. Get another. Puts it down.
You know, there's many in New Zealand that think Bateman should be on the All Blacks. I mean, there's a good center contingent in that All Blacks rank, but Bateman's having an outstanding game. Leading from the front. Here's the skipper. There's the fan, the hands. And there's Bateman. He saw a gap with a couple of steps, and it's easy try.
He answers back after playing well against Canada in a victory last week. The captain, Tim Bateman.
They played fly half against the Canadians and did well. Scored a try in that game. Now he's got 2 today. So leading, I think, the Maori in tries. Well, you got to have your leader step up and He scored the 2 tries here in the second half to give his team the lead.
Got a law degree, does Bateman. Plays Super Rugby for the Hurricanes. This is 3rd tour with the Maori All Blacks.
He also plays in the centers with Conrad Smith, and that's a pretty good teammate to have in your center combination.
The kick on its way by Robinson, off the mark. So it stays at 19-9.
Well, here's where the United States really need to do something well. You know, I think they've wasted 4 possessions, though. These kicks to Luke Hume are not working out either. He's not contesting the balls a little deep. They're just giving the ball back to the Maori All Blacks. They got to get away from that or make a point to contest.
They've been pretty decent, however, on the restarts with Cam Dolan going down there and skying high.
Cam's been outstanding. That's going to be a little deep, I think.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to get to that one. Racing forward and making the tackle is
that was Mopin.
Tim Mopin.
Yes, nice play by Mopin. Maybe a little bit too far for Cam Dolan, but the winger Tim Mopin was there.
Number 9, side entry.
Tim says, I'm not going to jump, but I'll just race down there and hammer into somebody.
That's right. See Dolan with some cramps,
9,
it looks like.
Entry.
19-9, New Zealand with the advantage on the U.S. It's international rugby from Philadelphia on Fox. Philadelphia and a 19-9 lead for the New Zealand Maori All Blacks. 58 minutes in to an 80-minute contest. Phil Teal for the U.S. the throw in. Up high goes Cam Dolan. The U.S. get a ball call. See how they get it out of there. They do. Teal racing around to grab it. Get it about 6 meters out. U.S. needs to hold on. It's poked out there, and Todd Clever, the captain. Mike Petrie asking, get in there, boys. Let me point you where you need to be. Clever trying to get the best part of that one.
They had a little burst there, but the Maori defense was very stoic. Oh, there's nothing weak. There's nothing weak. Look at Petrie. He wants a penalty call. He wants a penalty.
Yeah, he got the hands on it.
He just got a scrum. All he gets is scrum out of it.
It was never a maul.
He said it was never a maul. It was always on the floor.
Never a maul.
Going to give the United States the advantage. I think the referee's had a pretty good game tonight.
So far,
we haven't had to mention his name too often. And I think he did a good job on that one collision here in the 22 in the first half where he talked about it and saw the replay. I thought that was good. Here's a nice opportunity for the United States. They finally are camping down in the All Black, the Maori All Black end for a little bit. They need to come away with points. I was a little surprised they didn't go for goal that last time. They had a penalty about 22 meters out. Look at the crowd. Listen to the crowd. They want to get this team fired up, score a try, get in the contest. I love it. Fantastic crowd here in Philadelphia.
Crouch.
Wonderful environment.
Bind. Set. Yes, 9.
Quickly, the tap and go. Cam Dolan needs some help.
Last feet.
I think that was Ash Dixon that made a try-saving tackle.
Knocking on the door of the U.S.
Leave it.
Leave it. 4. 7.
Can smell the paint from here. Can they get it there?
Oh. The referee looked like he was playing advantage, I thought.
Lamosatelli to Clever.
Leave it whites.
The turnover.
Man.
Kicking out of the end, but taken back quickly by the U.S. Maupin hit right at the 22, wheels around. Braid, as he has all night, manages to get back in position.
Play advantage, playing the half.
Coming across the top there,
All Black.
Still playing advantage.
Penalty.
A drop kick.
Yeah, he's bringing it back. He's bringing it back.
Goal, but they're going to bring it back anyways and probably point at the post and be able to put a tee down.
Yeah, this is a much better angle for Siddall. This is exactly the same type of kicks he made the first 3 penalty kicks in the first half.
Lamosatelli on the ground, just popping it to Clever, and then that coming loose in the fray.
How about that ball control by the skipper? Right at his shoe tops.
No.
Yeah, very close to scoring try on a couple of occasions. Good Maori defense, though. And Siddall, looks like he's got some cramp issues, too. Hopefully he can slot him.
Tough to kick when you're knotted up on the old backside there.
Well,
your calf says hello.
Again, just to the left of the sticks where he was for his first 3 successful penalty kicks. That's probably why they didn't take it over here. There was a little bit bigger angle, and it was on the right side of the poles. Much easier for a right-hander or right-footed kicker to kick it on the left side. So again, another little confidence boost here if Siddall can knock this one over.
You need it anyways. You got to pull yourself within 7,
within
and then
one try,
a converted try will get you even with them.
That's right.
Got a hook to it. Did it get through? It did. Adam Siddall, his 4th of the night. Megan.
The Eagles have to be rewarded eventually for the last 3 restarts that they've won back, and they were for those last 3 points by Siddall.
Yeah, that's a good point, Megan. We saw Cam Dolan take down 2, and then Tim Maupin, where we thought the United States might have lost that last restart, but he did a great job creating that penalty. That allowed the United States to stay camped down in that Maori All Black end.
Making a grab to a Samoa. Oh, man. Hit high. Woo.
Man, that almost looked like an elbow, too.
Down he goes. Popped up in the air. Dolan with one hand.
Advantage knock on, strong.
Yeah, like a little bit bigger effort there on that one.
Elliot Dixon wearing number 20 into the contest for New Zealand's Maori All Blacks.
Yeah, you see Dolan, he's a little upset with himself. I think he knew he could have brought that one down.
Okay. Number 12, sub. Number 12.
Heading out onto the field right now is Fulal Nua, making his debut for the 15s, a 7s player. East Palo Alto product.
Yeah, he's the real deal. He's going to be something to watch, I think, especially for this U.S. team as Andrew Sunulio makes his way to the sidelines. It's tough coming right into the game. You're on defense, and the All Blacks, they've got 3 guys lined up in an I formation right in front of you.
Crouch.
Eeny, meeny.
Yeah.
Bind. Set.
Well, I tell you, Luke Braid's been really a good player for this Maori All Black side today.
We're trying to get out.
The skipper Bateman has been fantastic. I think those have been probably the 2 best players on this Maori All Black side. For the United States, I think Cam Dolan has been outstanding. Siddall's kicking has been phenomenal. But again, the entire forward, Nick Wallace, Harriman, I mean, all those guys have played well. Dahl's been doing a lot of dirty work.
Yeah,
it's been a really good team effort.
Joe Royal into the contest for New Zealand's Maori All Blacks at the hooker. Gibson Park puts it in, gets it out, and on the move.
It's a nice early tackle.
U.S. reorganizing. Braid says, I was thinking of passing, but I'm going to step it up on my own.
You got to love that.
Collapse more.
You bring it in, you're responsible.
It was off the ground. On the line.
Nice defense by the United States again, and the forwards doing a lot of hard work.
It's getting late here, 66 minutes into it. Megan.
I think the Maori are sensing that they need some points. They've taken Baker off, and they just subbed in one of their big dogs, Zach Guildford. They're capped All Black with 5 tries in 2 games against Canada, so looking to put some points up on the board.
Yeah, I'm sure they're making some T-shirts north of the border with Zach's picture on there. It's probably not flattering because he had 4 of them in the 2011 Rugby World Cup, and then last week blasted for 1 and had some nice runs during the course of the match.
Yeah, he's a definite danger man, a world-class player. Unfortunately for him, he had a little issues off the field, and now he's back down in the pecking order on the wing position in the All Blacks. I mean, they got about 5 or 6 top wingers too. All right, a strong finish here. There's about 14 minutes left, 13 minutes left. United States again playing well. They need to get this scrum, get it out, get it back to their back line, try to camp out the New Zealand end.
And give this crowd a reason to charge up.
Oh yeah, they want to. You can just feel it.
Bind. Set. Yes, 9.
Nice scrum by the Maori All Blacks.
Little shove early.
Oh, good turnover ball. Well, you could just see the coil right when they struck that ball. You could just see that black wave going forward. Really disrupted that United States scrum. And I tell you, that's great turnover ball by the Maori All Black forward pack.
Yeah, Royal
and you can see what it meant. They had a discussion before that put in, and you could see that Ash Dixon was saying, guys, we need this ball, we need this scrum. And that's certainly what happened. Excellent job.
So they'll re-rack it. Only this time, the guys in the black shirts to roll it in.
Yeah, and it's danger too. They got a lot of room on that weak side.
Bind. Set. Yes, 9. 9.
They didn't call anything, so play continues.
Yeah, there was a rare missed tackle by the United States.
7.
Allowed them to get to the gain line. United States, you can't afford a penalty down here. Just keep it to 7. Keep it to 7. Oh, there's Bafayaki. Nice tackle by Sadal. He got right into it.
Leave it 9. Playing the halfback.
Yeah, that's not what they wanted.
Nope.
Well, you know, the Maori All Blacks, they neglected the kick for goal early on. Let's see what they do here. This will make it a 2-score game. I'd be surprised if they didn't go for the goal here. See a lot of guys cramping up. There's Wallace. Look at the nice give and go between the 2 props, huh?
Yeah,
Afayake,
taking
big, strong runner.
Back to Afayake.
Sadal did well there. He got right in front of the big man. Look at that. Boom.
He's got front fend and reverse fend.
Yeah. Now Wallace is down. I believe that's Wallace. But let's.
Megan closer to it.
Hey boys, we're just doing treatment. We're moving from
I can barely hear you guys down here. And the Maori All Blacks are suffering from the same thing. They're having to run close enough to each other to hear each other when they have a play to relay down the line.
And I can almost guarantee that doesn't happen too often here in the U.S. I mean, this has been a fantastic crowd. And look at the strategy here. See, Maori, they know they need to win the game. They kicked the 3 points. They didn't want to take a chance with a line out. So now it's a 2-score game. The United States, again, 9 points adrift. Actually, 10 points adrift.
Robinson with the penalty goal, making it 22-12. There is time, certainly, for the U.S., but it would behoove them maybe get this restart.
Well, Nick Wallace again down. I mean, he's put in a full day's effort. Looks like Sean Davies is warming up, number 21 on the sidelines, trying to get a substitute at scrum half.
Well, they ain't putting Sean in for Nick.
Well, they haven't stopped the clock. I mean, we've almost burned about a minute here waiting for Wallace, so they're going to say play on. That's a little low. There's not going to be any chance of contending that one.
Low and far and brought back by Katene. Luke making his debut for these Maori All Blacks. Off the foot and forward it goes. Sadal watching a 60-degree wedge hit.
That's a dangerous turnover ball. We got 4 out wide.
Robinson with some meters. Robinson breaking a tackle or 2. The nice load offload that goes back to the U.S. coming the other way. Well done by Graham Harriman.
Get it out. Numbers.
Spinning it. Full out new and Nick Wallace.
7.
with the upright. Pangilinan.
Nice job.
But didn't go forward. The U.S.
Oh, he's all alone. He's all alone.
Yeah, tough place to be for Seamus Kelly.
Oh,
Man
he did
on
well.
an island.
Did very, very well.
Zach Pangilinan reaching back, presenting.
Advantage not gone.
Boy, Wallace
U.S.
has to
playing
come
the
out.
advantage. Dixon right at the 22. Nua with a dummy and stepping forward. Petrie, couple of hands. Nicely done.
Seven!
Well, he was right tiptoeing down that line. Good job by Tim Mopin.
U.S. needs one right here.
Oh, could you imagine a try here? It would just rock this place.
Seem to be moving the ball if they can stretch it.
There's not a person sitting in their seat right now, Bill.
Tui Samoa goes the blind side. Be careful of touch. Lamasatelli gets wheeled around. Down 10. Less than 10 minutes to go.
He almost had Clever on that gap. Watch the pass.
Hume. Bust through. Hume. Ever closer to the last 5 meters out.
Well, well-deserved penalty. Do you go for the sticks? They still got to get 2 scores here. Nope, they're going to do a quick tap. Oh, boy.
Can he push it down?
Last feet. Last feet.
Ref, you're in the way.
No!
Yes! Whoa, what a great reward by that forward pack. Outstanding play. Not sure who dotted down. I'm sure we'll see it on a replay, but well done.
James Kelly.
Well, that's who they're patting.
I saw the grounding.
Let's take another look.
Look at all the hands in there. Look at all the hands in there. There's the penalty. Okay, Hume's going to take the quick tap.
Luke Hume, if
in the middle of all those giants. He does well to get that ball back. I'm not sure. I don't know how that ball got back. Where's Seamus?
Dolan's looking in there. Dolan goes over the top and then.
Well, the referee squirreled around, saw it. There's Seamus. So I think whoever that guy was right there, I think he touched it down. But beautiful try by the Eagles.
Sedal on the conversion.
It might have been Cam Dolan.
Cam Dolan.
He's fired up. He had his hands in there. Look at him go. Come on. He wants these 18,000 folks to know they're still in this ball game. Big kick here by Sedal. Put him within a conversion or a penalty kick. Oh boy. I tell you, Bill, I don't know if I've ever been prouder from a U.S. team. I mean, they're playing a world-class team. Maori would be in the top 10 in the world, and the United States has given them everything they can ask, man. I mean, it's been an unbelievable effort. Very, very proud of the guys, each and every one that took part in this match.
And the beauty of the 15s, after the score, you get the ball back.
Yeah, and you got about 6 minutes to do something. Get down in their end. That's the key. Work it for a penalty. At least get the tie if you can.
Harriman.
No defender.
I like the way Harriman's played today. How about that?
Tonight.
He came in late it's almost like Gibson Park last week. Late start. Oh, nice. To Samoa. Keep it in. Nice job. Boy, they're doing well.
They certainly are. Close to the touchline. Advantage over, and quickly the U.S. Teal tosses to Harriman.
What hands? Great hands today, guys.
Lamasatelli. Tui Samoa.